Hello, friends! Today, I want to tell you about a woman who was one of the most beautiful and successful models in history. Her name is Betty Brosmer, and she had an incredible figure, which was called the impossible waist. Her measurements were 38 to 1836 inches, and she won more than 50 beauty contests. She appeared on the covers of more than 300 magazines. Her photos adorned calendars, billboards, and television commercials. She was a precursor of such stars as Marilyn Monroe and Jayne Mansfield. But who was this amazing woman, and how did she become so popular? Let's find out. Betty Brosmer was born in Pasadena, California in 1929. Since childhood, she was fond of sports and fitness, and started doing bodybuilding and strength training when she was only 12 years old. Her father was a big fan of sports and supported her interests. She was a bit of a tomboy, as she said herself, and excelled in youth competitions. When she was 13 years old, her photo appeared in the Sears and Roebuck catalog, and this was the beginning of her modeling career. The next year, she went to New York with her aunt and photographed in a professional studio. One of her photos was sold to Emerson Televisions for use in a commercial, and it became widely distributed, appearing in national magazines for several years. Returning to Los Angeles, she soon received offers to pose for two of the most famous pinup artists of that time, Alberto Vargas and Earl Morin. Encouraged by this, her aunt took her to New York again in 1950, and this time they settled there. Brosmer continued to build her portfolio, attending George Washington High School in Manhattan. Despite her age, for the next 4 years she often worked as a commercial model and graced the covers of many of the regular post-war pulps, popular romantic and crime magazines and books. As she explained, "When I was 15, I was made up to look 25. Some of her most famous photographic works in this period include glamorous appearances in Picture Show, December 1950 cover, People Today, July 1954, Centerfold, Photo, January 1955, and Modern Man, February 1955, May 1955. She also worked as a fashion model and in 1954 posed for Christian Dior. She won numerous beauty contests in New York in the early 1950s, the most famous of which was Miss Television. In this capacity, she appeared in TV Guide, as well as in widely viewed programs by Steve Allen, Milton Berle, Jackie Gleason, and others. In the mid-1950s, she became one of the most sought-after models in the U.S., and her photos became a symbol of the era. She was the first model to receive a percentage of the sales of magazines on the covers of which she appeared. She was also the first model to have full control over her image and rights to her photos. She chose the photographers she worked with herself and refused any offers that violated her principles or aesthetics. She never posed nude or in too provocative poses, and always demonstrated her natural beauty and grace. She was an inspiration for many women who wanted to be beautiful and healthy. In 1961, she married entrepreneur Joe Waiter, publisher of fitness and bodybuilding magazines. After that, she began a long career as a representative and trainer in the healthy and bodybuilding movements. She was a longtime columnist for magazines and co-author of several books on fitness and physical exercises. She was also a friend and mentor to Arnold Schwarzenegger when he came to the U.S. to become a star of bodybuilding and cinema. Betty Brosmer still lives in California and continues to engage in fitness and a healthy lifestyle. She is also actively involved in charitable projects related to education, environment, and animal rights. She is an honorary member of the International Sports Hall of Fame and has received numerous awards in recognition for her contribution to the development of fitness and bodybuilding. She is considered one of the most influential women in the history of these movements. Betty Brosmer was not only a beautiful and successful model, but also a smart and talented woman who overcame many obstacles and stereotypes to achieve her goals. She was a pioneer in the field of women's fitness and bodybuilding, and inspired millions of women around the world to care about their health, strength, and beauty. She was also an example of how to combine career and family, and be happy and successful at any age. She proved that a woman can be both gentle and strong, and that her body is her temple, which needs to be cherished and adorned. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new and interesting about Betty Brosmer. She was truly one of the most charming and attractive women of her time. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like it if you liked it. Also write in the comments what topic you would like me to tell you about in the next video. I will be glad to consider your wishes and suggestions. See you soon.